into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, wow. Oh, here we go again. Hey!
Remember any lyrics?
I don't remember.
Hey!
I don't remember.
Welcome! We did it!
I remember that part.
That part.
Of course you did.
Yes, we did. So welcome to the Mysteries of Laura After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. We're just talking about Season 2, Episode 2. And that is the mystery of the career of loneliness.
Oh, my.
Oh, snaps.
Yes. And so I am one of your hosts, James Lott Jr. You can find me on Twitter at BlackHopeLA, and that's BLAKHOPLA.
Wow.
I'm with two people who make me smile every day, especially on
Every
Wednesdays.
day? Oh, wow.
And they are...
Hey, I'm Cameron Lewis at The Only Camshaft, Twitter and Instagram. And this girl right here is Alexis Torres.
That is me, and you can find me all over social media and where Alexis Torres are sold, but it's just me at atorres890.
That's right, kids. And we're all here together again.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
And we want to thank you guys out there for the positive response from our first episode together last week. People said we were a great group together, and we totally agree with you, of course. But continue to comment on the chat roll tonight, comment on the YouTube page after we off air, comment on iTunes, rate us, tell us what you think, Twitter us. You know, we love it.
Yeah.
Come on, Twitter us.
Send us
that's
some
it.
facts, pages, whatever you like.
Smoke signals.
America.
I'm more of a fan of smoke signals.
Yeah.
So send them over.
I like that, actually.
Also, I want to say hi to our people in the chat, which is Audrey O and Mr. D-Style09. Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
Oh, D-Style. We know
D-Style.
him. That's right. Hey.
yeah.
And he's up a little late tonight, so that's good.
No, Audrey O, she's in Denmark, so it's like 4 a.m.
Oh
over
my
there. And
God.
she's watching.
Audro.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Forgive him. He know not what he speak.
Yeah, no.
Yes. So let's get into it. So let's get right into the episode. It's a little warm here again today.
It's just because you're hot.
It's because of the show.
No, it's just
It is.
because James is hot.
So, okay, so now you've been watching the show like I have first
Heck
season.
yeah.
You started this season.
Yeah.
Overall, this episode, what'd you think?
Yeah, tell us.
I thought that this one, while enjoyable, was rather predictable.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But fun,
Okay.
always
I thought it was
fun.
okay, yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah.
But last week I had been going a little bit more. This
Yeah.
week it was a good episode again, but I kind of got at the beginning, when they overemphasize things at the beginning,
Yeah.
you kind of know what the stitch is going to be. Like, you understand what's going to happen. So I felt like that happened in tonight's episode
No,
a little bit.
I agree with you because as we were watching, I was able to predict of what this girl was up to. Our victim.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I'm
They're
sorry.
like, they're like super purple right now because of my hair because I just dyed it.
I
But like
totally
they're
stared at your
Wolverine
nails. I'm
nails.
sorry.
I'm just trying not to show the broken one.
Oh, yeah.
But yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry. As you're
Oh
going.
my god! But no, I was like I said, our plot where there was like a weird twist of our cancer patient. I was like,
Yeah.
she looks too pretty to be.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be like, oh yeah, cancer patients aren't pretty, but because of the fact
No,
of
I know what
chemo
you
and
mean.
things like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
like they're usually pretty scratched up and everything
Yeah.
like that. So when she talked about her nails being manicured and that, all that other kind of stuff and makeup, I was kind of like, that's weird. Is she trying to cover it up? Is she just getting manicures? Because that stuff doesn't last very long. So I feel like it's a little crazy. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. But for me, it was interesting because I thought in the beginning I knew what was going to happen. Then I thought they were taking me away from it, but then it went back to what I thought was going to happen. Very interesting. So they had a little route there.
Yeah.
So we'll get right into it. The one thing about the show that I really love is that it really shows New York. And because I'm the only one on the panel who's been there, and I just love New York so much.
I'm going in November.
I know, I'm going next month. So I love New York, and they really show it. And it starts out in Soho, which, if you don't know, it means south of Houston Street.
Oh.
I didn't know that,
Learning
actually.
things.
Learning things.
I know.
So, south of Houston Street. And so we see these kids looking at an iPad. They had a little device.
A GoPro camera.
I was like, excuse me.
Which is a thing you can do.
Yeah, I
you
guess
can
so.
monitor on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And so they're looking at
Technology.
some chick.
Yeah. Looking through the window.
The wonder.
Interesting strategy in Soho.
It is. It is the window. And yes, they were looking at her, and I guess she was in the shower.
Of course she was.
Something like that.
Because they always showed her from behind, and then she'd walked away, and they're like, dang it.
I like how that is supposed to be more inconspicuous than just like looking.
Right.
Like you're holding your foot in front of somebody's window. Not much more, I don't know, mysterious.
Yeah, you know. But they were
Weirder,
kids. Probably thought they were kids.
Maybe just a tad.
Yeah.
A little creep star. I don't know.
But they get what they bargained for. They see the next shot is a dead woman with pills laid next to her. Not good.
Nope.
Meanwhile, we cut to the man who's back.
Finally.
He is back.
Our beautiful
Question about the
chef.
kids, though. Why
Question?
did the one kid cover the other kid's mouth?
He was supposed to scream, wasn't he? No?
Yeah.
Why
He
did
probably
he-
just didn't want
Get
to draw attention.
Yeah.
I was like, is the kid in on it? Honestly,
This
at
kid
first
knew.
I was like, what the hell, man? Did you kill her? What the hell was wrong? You give her too many Tic Tacs?
James is not going to be able to get through this show.
Jeez
because
Louise. A Pez dispenser gone
It
wrong?
was not in on it. They wanted
looked like, I thought it
they
was.
wanted to see a little titty. That's what they wanted to see. That's it.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Wow,
okay.
we explicit.
On the GoPro.
Can we say titty breast?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Breastises. Chest,
Either way.
Testicles.
Either
Titty meat,
way.
We have hit that
Don't
point. Sorry,
film it.
sorry, iTunes
Don't film
listeners,
it.
we love you.
Yeah, we do. If you're under 18, sorry.
Sorry.
But yes.
I mean, Mysteries of Laura is technically an adult show,
Yeah,
so
it's
we'll
also
just move on.
They showed at 8, don't they? Originally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 o'clock hour. So they write on it. But anyway, so when they get to it, okay, thank you, got it. So
Sweet,
I
thank
know,
you,
I love it.
Marissa.
I love you,
That was-
Melissa.
I want that just to be like part of my mantra.
Me
You can't
too.
see it, guys,
You
but
can't
just
see
for
it.
us hosts.
Yes,
but
for us. I love it.
I love it.
I can't stop. I can't stop laughing.
That's my favorite thing of all
screenshot
time.
that.
I
God.
need someone to keep that.
Dang it, Marissa.
So,
Okay, so
I'm gonna write that down before.
yes. So Laura and our man is back.
Our chef.
yeah.
Our chef.
Sexy chef.
Which
Yes,
I'm
totally.
meeting for the first time, by the way.
You are.
And I like the guy.
It's like nice, doesn't
Do
he?
you not like him?
We love him.
No. I do like him, but I'm kind of a shipper for Jake and Laura to get back together. I said that right, yeah?
Yeah, you said it right. I mean, I can go either direction. That's how
Interesting.
good the writing and chemistry is. I can go either direction.
Yeah, I feel like I like them both. Because I know that we've been prolonging this whole
Yes.
like, oh, are they gonna get back together? Because that's just where their love is kind of pulling them. And
Yeah.
just, you can't see it. So I'm all for it, but at the same time, I'm totally fine with Sexy Chef there.
Yeah. You guys at home, tell us what you think. Tweet us.
Sexy
Say it and show
chef.
who are you shipping. Do you want Tony and Laura or do you want Jake? I just think it's so funny that they
hashtag Tony
hashtag.
Jake
I was trying to find names together.
Tony and I don't know
Lake
and
Tony and Jake?
Lake and Take. No, it's just Jake and Tony.
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Laroni.
Yeah,
I
wait,
like
wait.
Laroni.
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 That's adorable, especially because he's a chef, so it sounds like pasta.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Just a little Laroni.
Ugh.
He's doing impressions, kids.
And then Lake would just be Laura and Jake.
Yeah.
So.
That's
So just tell us
That's
what you
lame.
think because I think the writing is so and the actors are so good. I could go either direction.
I'm totally fine with either way.
Yeah, that's
Whether-
kinda pretty
She
good.
would be happy probably with both, even though Jake was a cheater. So
Yeah, he was, but he loves Laura though.
he does.
So he's back. He tells her he's in it for a long haul as they're making out.
Yeah, I was like, she even got a.
Yep.
She even got a. Mr. D style said Chef Tony, but
Okay, he's with
but-
Steph. Okay, wow. Okay.
right out the bat.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I feel like I love how she had some evidence of their making out on her neck.
I haven't had a hickey in years.
I was gonna say I'm not a fan of hickeys.
Me neither, but I haven't in a long
It's
time.
a horrible thing.
I just don't like it. It feels like someone like sat there and like
Yeah.
smacked my
It
neck, and there's like a
hurts.
bruise on there now. I'm
Smacked
like,
your neck.
excuse you.
Smacked your neck.
I don't know. I just,
Cupping.
it's like it's weird. It's like someone took like a suction cup. Was like
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's what I'm like cupping. Like that.
And like going to work like that,
it just
not a
asks
fan.
all the questions, and everyone's just like,
Yeah.
Yes, and Jake brings that up. Of course, that's the
well,
next
yeah,
scene.
that's his ex-wife. He
Yes,
knows.
he knows what's going on. It's like you may want to cover it up because Santini. I'm still calling her Santini already.
Santini.
Keep
It's
calling her
gonna
Santini.
be Santini the
Definitely
whole
keep calling
time.
her
I guess so. Her real name is Santiani, of course.
If somebody makes a Santini, someone should tell me what's in the ingredients. I will make
Ooh, that
one.
sounds good.
That
Santini.
sounds like a Christmas drink.
It
does.
does sound like a Christmas
It's
drink,
great.
even though she is nowhere close to Happy
Happy.
Holidays.
No,
She's the
anyway.
opposite of Christmas.
Yeah. How dare she? Sorry.
She is the Grinch.
She made me so angry this episode because she's sitting there like, oh, I hate that she cannot see past her nose, especially since most cop shows are like, okay, yeah, we have evidence, but
Right.
like, go with your gut. But she doesn't do that. And
There's
I
all
don't
this
like
push
that.
and pull between her and everybody.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be in charge.
Let's promote her.
I mean, I have a feeling, not to get too much into predictions, but I feel like there's going to be one case this season that's going to pull Laura and Santini together, and that there's the reasons why she's a hard ass and everything like that.
I agree.
I think that even happened more tonight than I thought.
A little bit.
Would.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna get a little bit.
She's
That's what I
softened a
love
bit.
about Mysteries of Laura, is that you get a little bit of her every single time. But I know there's gonna be that big one that just like opens
I
the
agree.
giant gates of love for her.
The Giants, yeah.
Giant gates of love.
I like that.
yeah.
I
Ooh.
just feel like there has to be a reason why
agree.
she's
A hard ass.
she's just a giant witch with a bee.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey man, I'm just trying to keep it as clean as I
You
can.
know, you're
here.
good, girl. I'm trying to, folks. I'm good. I'm
It's
good.
like, hey man, we want like flying F's
Yes.
coming out. James Lott Jr.
I know. My God, I'm old.
Anyway, moving
So
on.
Nina Dickinson is her name. She's 23 in 1 month. That was very important.
Yeah, because she
Just in case.
Just in
turned
case.
21.
Well,
Just in case.
Yeah.
She had the cash and stuff was still there. She had no hair and eyebrows. They found lots of gray and white makeup. But there was a candlelight dinner for two.
Yeah, I was like, who's she making dinner for?
Candlelight dinner for two.
There was pasta.
That was a lot of pasta
That was a
for
lot of
two
pasta. I
people.
was
That was
like,
I
like,
don't mean to be like super nitpicky, but as a person who has a family of 5, that we don't even make that much pasta.
yo, you're so right. I was thinking that too.
What the
Like,
Did you
look
see
like
that?
Chef
No.
Boyardee's kitchen.
Like, did you
the
see
hell?
that sauce pot? It was like this big,
It
and
was.
the pasta bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm cooking.
I'm like, for what? For everybody? What, the
Jeez.
Donner Party coming? Like, what's happening?
Laroni.
It was a lot of pasta, actually. I couldn't tell. I was just thinking lunch for a week.
So much
Stop.
pasta.
There's a lot of pasta, yes.
Jeez Louise.
Oh my God. And,
I
and
thought
so
it was a pasta accident gone wrong that killed her.
I was like, damn, she
God.
overate. That's how she died.
There's so much carbs.
She's overcarb.
How much did she cook? No wonder.
But like, it's funny because she ate all that junk food too, and that was
Right.
the other thing I was thinking of, which we got into a little bit in the middle or
Yeah.
near the end of the episode, was when I had an aunt who died from breast cancer,
Okay.
and she never ate because she was
Right.
she just
Because
couldn't-
of the treatment?
Because of the treatment,
Yeah.
it always made her sick. So it didn't make sense to me to be like, okay, if she's a cancer patient, she's eating like she eats like me.
Yeah, right, me too. Like, there you go.
Yeah.
I was like, hello,
Yeah.
I can eat all that pasta.
Yeah,
by
me
myself.
too. Me too.
Aren't I attractive?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen?
I didn't want to admit that was in my kitchen earlier.
Right, exactly.
whole
That was
pot.
actually
No,
Cameron's
that's
kitchen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah,
so-
she ate strudel and chips.
Yeah.
It was an interesting combination.
It's like, and there's a lot of cheese happening in there
Yeah,
too.
it was. I was like, what? You're gonna be constipated
She's a mix
and
between
go to the
Chef
bathroom.
Boyardee and the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I know, so weird.
Jeez Louise.
Audrey was like, I agree, the food was kind of unrealistic. I'm
It
like,
was.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Come on, props department. Come on, you can work it out.
I mean, she was celebrating, technically. Again, we'll get more into
Yeah.
it, but she was
Yeah.
celebrating because of the fact that she lost a lot of weight.
Bleep load of money.
Yes,
you.
a bleep. A lot of
Yeah.
money, yes. And I also found a lot of medicine with no labels. And they also
Which
found...
is a thing. Which is
a
a
thing.
thing.
That's a thing, because my grandma does that.
My mother
To
does too.
Yeah, to recycle.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did too. So
Make sure you do it after
Well, yeah.
the bottles.
Oh,
out.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because she was ripping them off as she had the medicine, and I'm like, how can you
Yeah.
tell what medicine is what?
Yeah.
Oh my God. that's-
No, because with that bottle that was on the ground, there was
Yeah.
no label on it.
Right.
So I was like,
So I'm saying,
What are you
I'm
trying
saying,
to do?
as a person who takes pills to stay alive, no, I have two that look really similar. And after every
nope.
morning, I have to always
Nope.
I should mark one of them. I should do.
you should definitely mark
I'm a
them.
former nurse. I should know this kind of stuff.
That's
Come
also
on,
true.
James
Come
Lott
on, James
Jr.
Lott Jr.
Ah,
It's
it's
like
like-
contacts. Got to put like an L.
Exactly. I should do because I'm like, there's times I'm like, either I'll be sleeping in 5 minutes, or I'll be safe from blood pressure. I don't
Yeah.
know which
I
one
mean, at least it's
sometimes.
not that bad. I'm like, it's like, okay, this can kill me in 2 seconds, or I'm gonna have really bad hankering for food. All that pasta in that one pot, or just die. Death.
Yeah, so you might not that
or
bad.
death.
Yeah, I would just sleep.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's
but-
not bad.
That's not bad.
But
so
still, I
yes,
don't want-
it's so funny.
Cameron has to wake James Lott Jr. with a kiss every time when he takes that pill.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you. I was like, I'm away.
I have
And
it
I'm
from
like,
time
all
to
right,
time.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yes, Sleeping Beauty. And so then they found hemlock, which is like that was an
I'm
interesting
sorry.
choice.
I didn't know what hemlock was.
Oh, you
That's what
did?
I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I know what hemlock
Yeah, I
is,
do.
which was
Okay.
weird, internet. But
Yeah.
like, a lot of people
Because of internet.
the internet.
I don't know. I do things where I'm like, random Google search. Let's see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I think I was
Yeah.
actually doing something about how. No. I was doing research on because I had to do something about suicide. So there was like different
okay,
stuff I had to
okay.
do for school and things like that. But I was like, I don't think most people know what hemlock
Yeah.
is.
They may have heard about it.
What is it?
I knew it was a plant at first, and I was like, okay.
Hemlock Grove is a series on I think Hulu or Netflix.
That's the immediate thing I thought of, and I was like, so she was watching Netflix. What's the big deal?
I've heard about it in like old stories.
Yeah.
What is it
like
though?
Fairy tales. It's something. It's deadly. I mean, you drink it.
Is it a liquid?
It's a liquid.
Is it a liquid?
It's a liquid.
Yeah, it's a liquid.
It is?
It's a liquid. Yeah.
Oh.
You drink a little bit of it, you die. It shuts down everything. You die.
God.
I know.
Okay.
So that was the whole point with that.
Jeez Louise.
And so they found that, and so Jake wanted to call it suicide. He was just like, "It's a suicide.
Yeah.
Done. Peace out. See you later."
Yeah.
Laura's like, "No, Jake, it's not a suicide.
And
there's no note."
Here comes the Laura Jake
Yes.
argument.
No note. Who's the plus one? What's going on? No, it's done. She has cancer. She's gonna kill herself.
I was actually quite surprised because usually Jake is on her side and he asks her questions of why she has this hunch, but because he's getting in so much trouble with stupid Santini that he has to back off a little bit. And I'm like, no, there's a reason why you married this woman. She's usually right. Not to be like, oh yeah, women are always right. But no, but she's a cop.
Well, yeah.
She has good instincts.
She's the most. She has the good instincts. That's right. I find it hard to believe that you go into a room and go suicide. Who wants pasta?
It was weird to me. I completely agree with you. That it was kind of like, oh, I'm ruling it a suicide. I'm like, you haven't even looked at stuff yet.
That being said, I would probably be in Jake's shoes because I'm not gonna like look in the hamper and stuff like she did. I'd walk in and be like,
hysterical.
she fell. That's what happened.
Oh my god.
Who wants pasta? So this is I kind of lost your thought. So they said, "Who wants pasta?" Okay, so they talk to the landlord. I got to talk through it.
They talk to the landlady. I got you, James.
She was so sweet. I thought her hair did her hair look a little bit pink to me. I thought her hair looked a little weird at first. It was like
the
a pink
landlady,
orange.
And she looked like what's
is that
the
the point where?
That's just I was trying to get him through it by distracting him.
You got me. It worked.
You ruined it.
It got because it looked like she looked like that chick you did a lamb chop.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
she did look like
yes. I forgot her name, Marianne.
Yeah,
Lamb
Marianne.
chop.
all of a sudden she pulls out a sock puppet. This is what Nina was like.
She had cancer.
Like, holy crap, lady.
Right. Good to know.
You're helpful. But she said she lost a ton of weight.
Show's hitting the rails.
Wasting away. No family. No connection.
That's what I thought was very weird. I'm going to let James just laugh over here. I'm going to take over for a second here. But, like, I felt really bad that she didn't have any family. And the fact that she was going through cancer, I was kind of like, wow, that sucks. That the only reason I put quotes around it was because obviously she was faking.
Right, yeah.
But no, I'm trying to reel it back.
Thank you.
And the fact that you know, that she was just a lonely person. That's the trigger for me. I was like, wait, she was lonely.
Yes.
Maybe that would be really terrible. It's even in my notes right there. I'm like, where is it?
I see
that
it.
I said, yeah, maybe no cancer because of her being lonely.
Being lonely. Yeah.
So I was scared. I was thinking like, oh, I don't think they would go that far to do something like that. But I guess I was
because that's
wrong.
definitely an extreme.
Yes.
Because that's a lot. You have
Certainly.
to keep up appearances. You have to lose weight and things like that. It was just weird. Or I thought maybe she did have cancer, but now she is in remission. But she liked the attention, so she kept it up.
Right.
Yeah.
And the landlord said, you know, I gave her a dress. She wanted to wear a white dress, and she didn't wear the dress, and there's no
it
note.
doesn't make sense.
So Laura's really going that direction because she, as a woman, I'm sure she's going through her womanly instinct, and they go to Santiani, and she's not convinced it's not a suicide. So
No, and I completely agree with you because I mean it didn't seem like a normal suicide.
Right.
You know, someone who has cancer. I feel like she would have said something.
Yeah, and they noticed that Love reached New York, who delivers food to.
I think it's really cool. I hope that's an actual.
I
thing.
wonder, or if it's
That does exist.
Oh, so it does.
it
That's what it does.
I don't know if that named organization because they
No,
probably weren't
Right.
going to use a real one, but there are organizations like that do
that.
exist.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They
It's
do
very
that.
interesting.
Yeah, and so Billy and Meredith go over to Love Reach New York, and the chick, I don't even know her name. I didn't catch her name.
Maureen was the
name?
Maureen.
Maureen was the one that does like grief counseling.
Oh.
I didn't catch the lady who runs.
Yeah, I
Love
mean,
Reach.
who the chick is.
I believe her name was Lady. That's what I wrote down.
Well, the
I wrote down Lady and Ted, not to be confused with Lady Ted.
Well, here's what's funny. When we did Zoo, there were times where it's just a character and not even given a name.
No, I'm
so
the
we
same
just
way.
we had names for it.
We had to remember just the main 8 characters, but there were so many other people who were involved. I was like, I don't know who's who.
But that
Guy
lady
who can read minds.
They asked her straight up to like, did you help her out?
Right.
And she said that if I can end her suffering, I would. And we're like, well, that's illegal.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't understand what she means. I don't understand.
I know. Well, I know most nurses usually play like I always forget what kind of, it's like an angel or fallen angel. I can't remember what the actual angel of death kind of thing where they help people out, and it sucks, you know. But at the same time, I understand. It's a weird half and half.
It is, and so she mentioned also about the med, saying that she gives over the leftover ones. They're very expensive. We know medication's expensive.
Yeah, definitely.
we know.
Yeah,
and so to give to other patients, and that's kind of illegal too. But it's like it's a noble thing, and it's not black or white.
Yeah,
it's not black or white. So, and they meet Ted, who I thought
I was like, there's something off about you, but I'm gonna restrain my opinions. He seemed a little weird. Like he was jumpy.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, did you hear about what happened to Nina? He's like, what? He like overreacted.
He was like, what? What?
What? Nina? Who's that?
The lady
He's like stuffing cash into his pockets. Who is that?
No, but
does anybody want pasta?
And I love how he was just like so adamant. Like, I wasn't the only one who was there, and I'm like, all right, buddy. I'm like, we get it.
Yeah.
But then when he said that, I was like, okay, because he said Maureen Ross
James
came
is
in.
just
I know.
checked out.
I have. It made me laugh too hard. Came in after him, and she helps with grief counseling, as you were saying. And they talked to her, and she was like, well, she's too nauseous to eat. And they're like,
And I totally forgot when she said that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But it didn't hit me. I'm like, wait a minute. What about all that? As Mr. D-Style said, the Scooby and Shaggy in the kitchen kind of like, there's so much food.
Yeah.
That, why would she have eaten all that food if she was nauseous?
She couldn't have.
She couldn't, she couldn't have, she declined having, broth and crackers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway.
Yeah. So basically, Maureen didn't go inside with her. So Laura deduces the clinic. Clinic. So Laura deduces that
she didn't have cancer.
Didn't have cancer.
And she didn't.
Pretty fast deduction.
Crazy that she was waxing her own eyebrows and her full head to make sure that you couldn't see it.
Taking diuretics.
And working out
on the treadmill.
Crazy. And then she was trying to make herself
I'm going to try
pale.
when I get home. Just kidding.
No, don't do it.
I just want to lose a little weight. That's just a little bit.
No, you look fine.
Thank you. So they did all that. Oh, some pasta. And so they do that. And so then Laura goes into the dirty laundry hamper, finds the box with all that stuff we just talked about. Yep. Santiani finally kind of is like starting to get like, okay, we'll keep it going. Keep it going. Nina had no hospital records whatsoever.
Yep, she didn't go to a doctor or anything.
No, and they deduced that she obviously was a lonely girl who wanted friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the basics of all that, isn't it?
That was it. And then she just started this whole giant scheme. And so apparently we found pictures of her and another her best friend that she was going through cancer with. But sadly enough, she was actually diagnosed with some sort of cancer.
Yeah, so she had it for real.
And April. April, and she was freaking out and also very upset that they had to ask.
I was suspicious of her though.
I was the first
I was too. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, tell me that you have cancer. But I mean, even a cancer patient can probably figure out a way to get money.
Yeah.
Right. You know? And then also there was a blog that Homegirl started that she had an unsent draft, like she's gonna be better.
Yep, just
that confirms
miraculously. Yeah.
It confirms everything, right? So $80,000 came in donations from that station when they aired,
which is crazy.
Just crazy. Yeah. And Nina and April had access to the accounts through ATM.
But Nina was the only one.
Nina was the only one who
was handling all of technically the financials, and she had the checkbook and stuff. Which I love that great graph presentation
that Max did.
Yeah.
Max.
He's some Max.
He's hilarious. He's good. He's one of my favorites too. He's good.
And then what happened after that?
Then they looked at the security video.
Yeah, that's right. And then we see some crazy junkie trying
to get West Village.
Nice.
Washington Square Park. You have to go there when you go there.
And then we have a pretty dark part of Mysteries of Laura with Billy, where he chases our junkie, which I don't think we got a name for him.
No.
Junkie number one.
Junkie number one. Good job, buddy.
It's Danny Tolson. Sorry,
Danny Tolson. Danny Tolson. There you go. So he's running him down in, I'm guessing that's Central Park.
Yeah.
And they get to a rooftop. I was like, wow, this building's door was just wide open. That's interesting.
I know. New York, please.
And then he goes up on the roof and he tries to jump, and we were like, oh, he's just gonna die immediately. But nope, he was hanging for a little bit, and I was like, all right, Billy's gonna save him. And well, he wouldn't let go of that bag. And he fell.
You gotta throw the bag.
Yes.
And then jump after.
Yes. You should have. That's the whole point, right?
No, that's what Billy wanted. He's like, here, try, and he couldn't reach. And then he's like, you gotta drop the bag, you're too heavy. And then he was like, no, that's my bag. And then he just fell to his death.
That was horrible.
I was not expecting that.
Me neither, but there was a tender moment between Billy and Meredith.
I think
one of many, James Lott.
I think either Billy is starting to notice the fact that Meredith likes her because when they were in the conference room talking, they were making weird eye contact, or they've slept together already, and we just don't know about it.
Oh, I wonder.
That was my prediction, which I'm just gonna say it now.
Say it, yeah.
But that the fact that I think that they might have slept together maybe once, and they've been kind of weird about it since then.
Yeah, they've been bumping uglies, all right.
I think so.
Because they had that little talk between Laura and
about Jake, and
then she says, "Well, I'm not seeing anybody anyway," and
then they both came in and they were like, and I was like, "Wait a minute."
Like Billy walked in and Meredith looked a little suspicious.
Yeah, she was I mean, at first I thought she was just making that look just because she was like, "I like Billy," but Billy made a look too, so I was I'm a little confused, and I also think that they slept together, but I digress.
Probably made some pasta or something.
I mean,
stop it.
Might as
You
well.
do it date night.
So Danny Tolson had a grandmother, Anna Tolson. You got to stop it. And Anna Tolson, and she was 82, and so they deduced that Ted hired Danny the junkie to make withdrawals, which you called out earlier.
Which was crazy to sit there that they had this elaborate plan, and then apparently Ted found out that our deceased didn't have cancer, so they just kept up this ruse. And then when you walked into Ted's apartment,
oh my God, Rose, he had a patient list, everything.
They had
makeup,
a ton of stuff, and he bought her all that makeup, and they kept this up going.
I think the crazy part is buying the makeup and all that. That's crazy. That's going so far.
But she was waxing her own head.
That's ridiculous.
Like waxing legs hurt. Can you imagine just
I know.
Just like,
I did it for drag once in my chest, and I wanted to cry because when it grows back in, it's even worse.
Yeah, that was a great noise.
It is. It hurts. So yes, waxing's not fun. It's not fun at all.
I would not do that. But then also, what I also found very interesting for I know we got to wrap up soon, was the fact that people were just giving stuff away to this man.
Yeah, including a boat.
Yeah,
which was his getaway. He almost got away with it.
Listen, the guy's been delivering your food. I get it.
Yeah, of course.
But how many people? He has like the fortune of Bill Gates right now.
He did.
There's so many people giving him stuff.
Yeah,
I know. They're naming all kinds of things he was getting left in wills. I'm like, wow,
insane.
It's so sad. It's kind of
also Ted. Sorry, buddy, you're not the kind of guy. It looks like you should own a boat.
Like
legitimately.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I was kind of like, wow, you're just getting all the stuff. And I mean, it's not, I understand, like what you said, like I understand that the fact that, it makes sense that these guys are like, well, I'm not going to be living forever. I should give it to someone who's young, who can use this stuff. But at the same time, it's kind of like, don't take advantage of that.
I know, I agree.
So he was kind of a scum of the earth. So
he was.
Went to a car.
Just a little bit the scum of the earth.
A little bit. And he, of course, he tries to drive off with his, what was that, Bentley?
I know.
I thought that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was, though.
I know. You tell us at home if it was a Bentley.
I thought it was
Bentley.
I'm glad that you said something.
I don't know what. I was just looking at it going, that's a nice car for someone who's just delivering food.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Also, the car that Jake was driving was allegedly a Chevy.
Yeah.
The inside of it looked like a...
What
the hell?
I don't know what it looked like, but I was like, that's not
a Chevy. Is that what Chevy's making nowadays?
No. I'm in Chevys all the time. That's not what Chevy looks like.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
it's like the inside of an ice cream truck or something.
I thought
it was like he was driving a limousine on a police chase.
I thought he was driving an Escalade at first. That's why.
It did look like that.
That's why I was like,
pull out and it's a Prius.
Yeah.
No, which I thought was really weird. I was like,
doing?
man, Priuses are looking real nice on the inside. I need one of those.
Probably even has a pasta cooker in the back.
and he crashes, and then all the money comes
flies
flying out.
That was great.
I'm sorry.
That.
Yes.
If I didn't know where that money was coming from, I would just be like,
me too. Oh, me too. There's some things I need.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, so the very last, basically, we go to the last scene, of course, we have to wrap up soon. That's really important is that Tony comes back.
Oh.
They start getting ready.
Chef Tony.
And then Jake.
I was like, stop C-blocking her.
Exactly.
They did this all last season.
They did.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
It was ridiculous. I was just like, stop. Either get together or
After
stop it.
9 o'clock, it's inappropriate to go knocking on people's doors.
Especially your ex-wife.
Yes.
Especially your ex-wife.
Yes, exactly.
Like, that was the one thing that drove me insane all last season. He'd just show up after like 10.
How creepy is that? Yes. Also, imagine being in Tony's shoes, though.
He kind of just lets it go.
I know, but like, you're sitting there making out with your girlfriend, and all of a sudden this creepy guy comes to the door at 10 o'clock going, I have a nightlight.
I was like,
it's like, what are you?
I'm like, you can't wait till morning? Like, is that like a thing? Oh, well, nightlights, you gotta use it. I don't give a...
Yes,
the kids are in bed.
They're asleep. They don't care about the nightlight.
No.
Obviously.
Yes. And then Laura says, it's on the DL, the boys don't know. And then she stops, Jake's like, does it matter what I feel? Is there something you're trying to tell me or want me to say?
Mr. D Style says Chrysler 300 was what he was driving.
Oh, there he was. Oh, okay.
I'll have to double check.
Yeah. Okay.
That's okay. Thank you. But yeah, no, and then it's just awkward again. And
Again.
I'm like, we need to figure this out because even it was awkward when Jake was dating.
Yes.
Because Laura wasn't like jealous, but she had weird jealous tendencies, and we're like,
she
okay,
did.
that's why I need you to figure something out.
Yes.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe that there's a world where there's not going to be that awkward tension if you're
No,
working
of course
with
not. your ex-husband who cheated on you.
Yes.
And now you're dating someone else. It's weird,
Yeah.
but like, don't come knocking at my
Don't
door
come knocking.
after 9 p.m.
Yes.
Agreed.
We all agree on that one, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, end it right there. This is another episode of Mysteries of Lore After Show by
Sorry,
So
guys, it
Fast.
was so short.
Sorry, next time it'll be back to a longer episode. But we're happy to be here with you guys. All, of course. Where can they find you guys?
You can find me at The Only Camshaft, Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to every show here at AfterBuzz TV and iTunes Podcast Tour. Hashtag ABTV Mysteries of Laura is this show.
And you can find me where all Alexis Torres are sold at atorres890. Don't forget to send me questions for my Q&A video that's happening for the 100th vlog I've ever done.
Oh, nice.
And use the hashtag AskAtorres890 or just put it down in this comment section here or follow my blogs at youtube.com/atorres890.
And since you're on YouTube already, follow my YouTube page, the Super Organizer James Lott Jr. I have all kinds of goodies on there and just wonderful, delicious items. Please, it's all organized too because I'm an organizer. Also, Twitter, Black Hope LA, Facebook, James Lott Jr., my blog, the superorganizeruniverse.com, and of course, this Sunday, I'm back with the Days Are Alive show and the GH Reports, starting at Sunday Soap Block, starting at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for watching us, and we'll see you.
Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.